Okay, so this is my call to the deputy chief here in Plymouth, Minnesota. He's got a really cheerful voice, but I unfortunately can't. I got a bunch of personal info before this that I'm not willing to put on YouTube. So I've skipped to the pertinent part. I recorded the message twice. The first one was really long and rambly, as I tend to do, and it gave me the option to press 3 to re-record, so I opted to do so. And this is that after I introduced myself with my name and number.
I have been passed up the chain of command to you because the people below you refused to take a very valid complaint that I have on Officer Dane, who prevented my egress through my building that I reside in. While he was in here, he prevented the egress through a fire door, which he held shut against the law so that I couldn't walk behind him with the camera, okay? And I understand that you guys don't like me and you don't like accountability. I totally get that. I wouldn't either if I was a criminal. But the fact is I have a right to do that, okay? And he put hands on me for doing so today. And I'll just have you know, I have all of this on camera, all of it, okay? And then, first he put hands on me and made threats to become violent if I kept following him, which I have a right to do. He's in my residence, okay? And then he blocked the fire door, and he held it shut until I pointed out that he is, in fact, breaking the law, blocking a fire door. He wouldn't open it when I asked him to. When I asked him to please open it. He's blocking my egress in my own home, okay? That is illegal. Then I went to file a complaint on him because that is illegal what he did, okay? And I was literally not allowed to do so. I got to speak to two nameless gentlemen, one of whom was a captain, who I think he needs to go invest in Jenny Craig, because that was a little excessive. But the captain refused to identify himself. I can identify his stomach, but that's all I can identify him by. And then he then said, "We are done with this. You're going to stop doing this." And I asked him to define what, quote unquote, this is, because as far as I'm concerned, I have every right to do what I was doing, which is file a complaint after an officer decided to prevent my free motion through my own residence. And so, you know what? I don't care if he thinks it's annoying that you guys have problems with me. I have every right to be annoying when you guys find it appropriate to violate people's rights, and I will continue to do so, okay? And that is not a reason that you can deny me filing a complaint. And I really don't appreciate being treated like a second-class citizen to you guys. You know, it's that thin blue line bullshit again, isn't it? It's that thin blue line bullshit where you guys have a separate set of standards from those you hold us to. And you know what that is historically called? That is called tyranny, okay? And that's what I experienced today. I experienced the pains of tyranny. And you know, I just don't think that's right. And then when I went in to complain about it, not only was I not allowed to, not only would nobody identify themselves, not only did they treat me like I was wrong for wanting to complain about this, which I am absolutely right to do so and have every right to do so, then Mr. Dane decided to wait for me on my way home and pull me over. You know, what are the chances there? What are the chances that just he happened to be waiting for just me to pull over, right? I mean, come on. You know, he knows where I live. He knows that I was at the police department and just happens to wait parked illegally on a median for me to pass by and then pull right behind me. Man, that sure seems like retaliation to me, right? And I'm just curious, Deputy Chief, is that how you train your officers, is to respond with retaliation and with childish displays of anger as far as holding fire doors shut? Is that how you guys train your officers? Or maybe is that why Dane is about 50 years old and has no stripes? Is that it? Because that could be it, right? Here's the thing. I have it all on camera, and I have it all uploaded to YouTube, and I've identified who and where it was. So I'm sure, I've told people, call wisely, but express your First Amendment right.
Press 1 to listen to the recording. Press 2.
I'll try and keep this more concise.
So that's that. I'm so tired of it. I know there's a lot of people who really just don't see the problem, but there's a growing number of people who do. And what they see, myself included, and I'll speak specifically for myself, is every day an increasing amount of pressure on we the people from this controller class. And you say the wrong thing even if you have the right to say it, and they turn around and they bite your nuts off if they can. It's just getting out of hand. And there's no accountability. That's the problem. They back each other all the way up the chain of command. I'm at the deputy chief, and nobody will take a complaint. I don't care if they don't like me following them. He has multiple ways to murder me on his body. He's got one on each hip. He's got a bulletproof vest. And he's got a witness there. How cowardly do you have to be to then tell me I can't walk behind him? A scrawny little 5'8" guy with a half unbuttoned plaid shirt. Like, I'm not armed. The only thing I had on me was a cat. Okay, and these people are so cowardly. So cowardly. Just call. I'm done with this shit. I'm done. I'm gonna get heard.